invite the Sangha to chant the Buddha name together. Now we chant together. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Nam mô Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Nam mô Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Respectfully pay homage to the Buddha, the Honored One, the Worthy One, the Exalted One, the fully awakened and enlightened One. Nam mô Buddhaya, Nam mô Dhammaya, Nam mô Sanghaya. Nam mô Phật, Nam mô Pháp, Nam mô Tăng. Hôm nay kính thưa toàn thể chư tôn đức tăng ni và đại chúng, hôm nay là ngày 18 tháng 6 năm 2021 và chúng ta đang có mặt ở tại chùa Pháp Nhãn. Lời nói đầu tiên chúng con để đầu kính lễ Đức Phật Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni. Chúng con để đầu kính lễ Chánh Pháp Vi Diệu Đức Phật Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni. Chúng con để đầu kính lễ Tăng đoàn An Lạc và kính chúc sức khỏe đến đại chúng thân khỏe và tâm an trong Phật Pháp. Hôm nay xin giới thiệu đại chúng. This is our Dharma brother. Names, title, Thanh. Right now, we live together and practice the Dharma. The title of Dharma for study today, Stepping in Rhythm. It's a Gathas. Right now, I would like to invite my brother Thanh to say something.
Hello, Dharma brothers and sisters. This is Thanh. Excited to have another day of learning Stepping into Freedom by Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh. Today we're going to continue our study into the Gathas. Yesterday we had a great lesson about the first Gatha of waking up. I smile and just being grateful for everything we have. Another 24 hours are before me. And I vow to live the whole day mindfully, or fully, and then to look at all beings with the eyes of compassion. So very good to wake up this morning and chant that Gatha multiple times to get myself up and out of bed. But that's why we practice every day. Becomes easier and easier with dedicated practice. The flower of the Dharma within us becomes fresher and daily practice. Our spiritual batteries are recharged and become fuller and fuller. Yes. So that's what we're doing here today, learning Stepping into Freedom as we're recharging our spiritual batteries and we are watering our spiritual flowers.
Before we join private room, I would like to invite my brother and sister to sing one song, Here and Now song. Okay. Here and now we practice together. Our happy life we live in be and joy. Body and mind we live in harmony. Present moment we live so happy. Present moment we live so happily. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and now we practice together. Our happy life we live in happy and joy. Body and mind we live in harmony. Present moment we live so happily. Present moment we live so happily. Present moment we live so happily. Thank you, Dharma sister, brother. Right now, I would like to invite each of us to join Zoom, and we have more room, more space, and to talk more easily, more strongly, and more clearly. Now, please join your room, your Zoom, please.
Cảm ơn Thầy, Nam Mô Pháp.
Yeah. Good evening, dear Dharma sister and brother. Today is on June 18, 2021. We are at Pháp Nhãn Temple. Right now we keep studying step into Freedom-Gatha. Today we study the second Gatha. Gatha means the poems for practice mindfulness and happiness daily. Right now I would like to share the Gatha to you in Vietnamese and English together. Yes, are you ready? If ready, come up. Okay. Yes, this second Gatha. Hôm nay chúng ta tiếp học là bài kệ thứ hai. Thưa đại chúng, là chúng ta học thì chúng ta có thêm tiếng Việt, mà khi mà thảo luận là hoàn toàn là tiếng Mỹ, không? Bài kệ thứ hai là đặt chân trên mặt đất là thể hiện thần thông, từng bước trong tỉnh thức làm hiển lộ pháp thân. Sáng, trưa, chiều và tối, mọi loài hay giữ gìn đều dưới chân lỡ đạp sinh nguyện trong siêu sinh. Before we study in English this meditation song, right now I would like to sing this song. Đặt chân trên mặt đất là thể hiện thần thông, từng bước trong tỉnh thức làm hiển lộ pháp thân. Sáng, trưa, chiều và tối, mọi loài hay giữ gìn đều dưới chân lỡ đạp sinh nguyện trong siêu sinh. This Vietnamese is a meditation song. Right now we keep learning in English. Vietnamese here you can understand more and more. Right now we would like to share English to you. Now, the second Gatha, taking the first step of the day, walking on the earth is a miracle. Its mindful step reveals the wondrous Dharmakaya. Here, Dharmakaya means the body of the teaching, also the realm of being manifested as a mountain, river, star, moon and all spices. Đây là bài kệ thứ hai là gì? Là taking the first step on the day, tức là những cái bước chân đầu tiên của một cái ngày mới. The day means new day. The day in this case, the day means new day. This new day. And walking on the earth is the miracle, là bước chân trên mặt đất là một mầu nhiệm, là một thể hiện thần thông, có nghĩa là một mầu nhiệm, a miracle. We will discuss one by one. It's mindful step, tức là mỗi bước chân chánh niệm, mỗi bước chân chánh niệm là nó biểu lộ những cái pháp thân. Dharma có nghĩa là pháp, là the Buddha teaching Dharma. Kaya means body, the body of the karma, tức là pháp thân. Mà but in this case Dharmakaya, pháp thân có nghĩa là gì? Là thân của thực tập. The body of teaching means the body's Dharma practice, the body's of Dharma learning, the body's of Dharma application. Also cũng có nghĩa là cái nền tảng của con người, của một hành giả đó. Being nó nghĩa là một hành giả được biểu lộ như là một cái nền tảng hay là một cái sự thực tập đó, nó biểu lộ qua, nó vững chãi như là núi, như là sông, như là sao, như là trăng và như là các chủng loại. Quý vị thấy. Right now we discuss one by one in English. Here, dear sister and brother, here the first, this is the second Gatha for daily practice. In the morning, you see here, the day in this case, new day. New day when we wake up, after wake up, and we step. We walk a step, we walk a step. Other time, we take a first step of the new day. Other time, we think here, walking on the earth is the miracle. Why we walking on the earth? Miracle. As you see here, if we live on the earth, and first step, we think we still have less to walk. Somebody wake up but hair less but cannot walk. And other time, the first, you see here, the first we treasure or we cherish our less still walking, still take a step. Somebody hair less but less cannot walk in. But in this case, we live on the earth, not on the moon, not on the sky or moon. You see, some body use the right now in the modern time they use maybe this. They use, I don't know in English, but they use it's like pilots. They use the modern airplane, and they fly in the moon or in the sao hỏa, fire star. But you see here. Smart, right. Thank you, sister. Then they only apply because they fly. They no walking. They cannot walk in. Here we live on the earth, and in the morning we first we treasure our less still walking, and our time walking on the earth is a miracle. It means we walking, we know we were walking. We walking, we know we walking in mindfulness all the time. I'm walking on the earth in miracle. Very wonderful meaning. Second, walk in mindfulness, and each step, each mindful step reveals the wondrous Dharmakaya. In this case, you see here. Dharmakaya, in this case, you see here, when we walk in mindfulness all the time, we walk every step mindfully and happily, and we when we walk and we have mindfulness for walking. Mindfulness for our legs, we know we still have less wish, still working. Other time, work on the earth is the real, not the real, not the imagination. You see here, and then when we walk on the earth, other time we still have less and with mindfulness and with mindfulness. Other time we treasure our less, still working. Other time is miracle. And somebody have less but cannot walk in, and somebody blind on the moon, only blind and jump, no walking. Other time in this Gatha, the second Gatha, remind us we very lucky still have less, and we very lucky walk on the earth very stably, very firmly, very steadily, and very mindfully. Somebody had less morning wake up, but work take a step. It's like running horse, running ghost. So working, we know we working is with mindfulness. Other time is a miracle. Miracle in this case is meaning like that. So when we understand that, and then we study Gatha by heart, and we say the Dharma very very strongly. Confident, strong, confident in Dharma practice, Dharma learning in this Gatha, the second Gatha. Now before, I would like to invite Dharma sister and brother to say this Gatha, and I would like to read again. Working on the earth is a miracle, and its mindful step reveal the wondrous Dharmakaya. Only 2 sentences. First, working on the earth is miracle. Its mindful step reveal the wondrous, wonderful Dharmakaya. Now, I would like to invite Dharma sister and brother to share this Gatha, and then we have more idea. Now, I would like to invite Dharma brother Pháp Thanh to share this Gatha. What do you think about it?
So, I just want to hit home more on the walking on the earth is a miracle. Like you alluded to, this is a very special planet. You can't go to Mars and walk on Mars. It's not conducive for human life. You can't go to the moon unless you're an astronaut or something. I mean, it's a rare occurrence to be anywhere else but here. You think of the immensity of the galaxy and the universe. As far as we know, Buddhism teaches us, the cosmology of Buddhism teaches us that there are many worlds and many realms and dimensions. But as far as what we, as human beings, or as beings right now on the earth, can get to, this is it. This is our only planet. This is the only ground of which we are given to walk on. And not only that, but this incarnation, our current incarnation, is a very rare and special occurrence as well. So the fact that we can get out of bed and put our feet firmly on the ground and take mindful steps is a wondrous and beautiful occurrence. It's an absolute miracle. And by recognizing that miracle, the rarity and preciousness of mindful steps, we come in contact with the Dharmakaya, the Dharma which reveals the true nature of all phenomena, reveals that we are truly connected to absolutely everything, that that self and separateness is an illusion.
So we come in contact with the ground, which is in contact with the mountains, which is in contact with the rivers, and not just that, but with the stars, and with the moon, and with all species, that when we touch the ground, we are touching the very essence, everything else. So this is a great gatha to just to connect ourselves to the present moment with everything else. So, wonderful. Thank you.
Today you say something very clear and very correctly, and all time your head have hello. You choose very right correct picture, and your head have hello. Good, good. Now I would like to invite sister to share some idea when you learn this gatha.
Namo Buddhaya. Can you hear me?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah. Namo Buddhaya, dear master and brother. I think this the first one we study about the day, the new day, and this the second one we still learning about the new day. This means when you wake up and you step taking the first step of the day. This means the new day before us too. And this one before I always think the mind will lead us to do something. But now, very, very interesting. You say each mindful step. This means the step, mindful step. Not it's the same mindful mind. Yes, because when we step, each step is means we need to think. Suppose we need to look at our step. In many retreats, we learn about the step. Suppose when we do something in mindfulness, we need to know. Suppose we go to the Buddha hall, and after that, some master asks us which step it means which foot you step first. It means if suppose I go to the dining room, and they have the step, you know, and they always ask the first step which the right foot or the left foot. Yes, it means we need to know about the step in mindfulness. So this gatha is very interesting. It means the first step of the day. It means the first step we put the right one or the left foot, the left one, the left foot or the right foot, the first step, you know. So we do it each mindful step reveals the wondrous Dharmakaya. And thank you for master. You explain the Dharmakaya is very, very clear. It's a teaching in the body. Because when I read Dharmakaya, but I don't know much about this word. I just think it's Dharmakaya is mean body and mind. Yes, I just say things like that. But now I learn more about Dharmakaya, and thank you so much for your song. You sang the song very good. Very well. Thank you so much, Master and brother, for your
Thank you, Siko Hạnh. Today, sister also drew a very nice, very beautiful, very solemn picture of the Buddha. So nice. Both of you drew a very beautiful picture. I love it. Very nice. So the second Gatha relates to the first Gatha. You see here, and very meaningful. You see here, miracle. Why we have miracle thing? First, we treasure our body and mind still working, and less still working. First meaning, second meaning. On the earth, it's real, not thinking. It's real, very real. When we step on the earth, very firm. In the moon, in the sky, it's not real. Sometimes jump and fly, jump, astronaut. Brother Pháp Thanh remind me the astronaut, right? Astronaut only jump and fly. It's not real. Earth or the round is very firm. It's very miracle. When we take first step, every time we move step by step, I'm very firm, no falling down. Very very stable. And this second meaning, the third meaning, on the earth we have everything. We have when we take the first step, we have people around us. We have everything around us, and many things we have. This the third meaning, miracle. And in the Buddhist study, the fourth meaning, when we walk, when we take a first step in with mindfulness all the time, this it's a Dharma, it's a wonderful practice. Somebody wake up and get up and get out of the bed, and they work, but they don't know. They don't know they work mindlessly. But for practitioner, when they get out of the bed, other time they take the first step with mindfulness, and then they have practice. But get out of the bed, but with mindlessness is not good for those who didn't or don't practice mindfulness. So in the Buddhist teaching, in the Buddha's Dharma, and when we get out of the best other time, we take a first step mindfully, in mindfulness, with mindfulness other time, we know we always have mindfulness for early morning practice, for walking first. And the fifth meaning means body and mind never separate. When we walk, other time means we practice. Other time means we have mindful thinking. Sister Hạnh say one thing I agree. Some master ask, when you get up, when you get out of the bed, which step or which foot you step first, you walk first all the time. Mindful step is very correct. Mindful step. This if we say left foot first, right foot first is not correct. The Buddha teaching. We can say mindful step. When I walk, mindful step, I took first. If we say, oh, I remember very clear. First, let food first. It's not correct, not correct, not right. So we are practitioner when we understand our time. Taking the first step is miracle. When we understand that other time, we mindfulness and peacefulness always go with us. Always go with us. If we understand our understand that our time live in the monastery or in the temple with the Dharma sister and brother. Early morning when we have retreat, we wake up and we get out of the bed. Other time we practice mindfulness daily by walking mindfully. We taking the first step mindfully, and then we have practice. And good practitioner always practice mindfulness. And when we understand like that, all the time we are good practitioner. So some idea in this Gatha, second Gatha, you remember, you learn, and you know. Near future, you go somewhere, all the time you have the first Gatha, the second Gatha. You can say the Gatha, the two Gatha here for early morning when you have Dhamma talk in the morning, in the early morning around 7 o'clock. Oh, I remember I ever learned two Gatha, waking up and taking the first step of the new day. Now I would like to say two Gatha to you. Vietnamese and English together. Oh, 90 minutes, very fast. Now we keep learning the next Gatha. So you know here, Dharmakaya. Dharma means the Buddha teaching. Kaya means in this case body. But we know body in this case bodily action. Body action. The bodies up. The body up Dharma learning. The body up Dharma practice. The body up Dharma understanding. The body up achievement. Or the body up understanding, enlightenment. All the time we can call Dharmakaya. This is one word. This is compound words but full meaning. You see here? And when we understand that, other time we practice mindfully, and other time our body and mind, we are like mountain, very strong, very firm. River, star, moon, and all spaces on the earth we have on. In this Gatha we study, you know. Now number 3, connect number 2. This is out of the best xuống giường. This relation Vietnamese. Đặt chân trên mặt đất là thể hiện thần thông, từng bước trong tỉnh thức làm hiển lộ pháp thân. Sáng trưa chiều và tối, mọi loài hay giữ gìn đều dưới chân lỡ đạp, xin nguyện trong siêu sinh. Nam mô Bồ Tát siêu lạc địa. This is Gatha number 2, connect number 3. Now number 3 here in English, stepping out of the best. See here, if today I inadvertently step on a small insect, may it not suffer too much, may it be liberated on its way to a Bodhisattva of the land of praise, happiness, this Bodhisattva of the land of race happiness xuống giường, stepping out of the best, out of bed, xuống giường. Nếu ngày hôm nay mà tôi, tức là người hành giả, tôi lỡ vô tình, inadvertently, tức là vô tình mà dẫm đạp những cái côn trùng nhỏ nhất á, inadvertently step on a small insect, tức là vô tình đạp những cái côn trùng nhỏ nhất á, thì cầu nguyện cho cái côn trùng đó là đừng có khổ đau nhiều. Tức là đạp lỡ mà đạp nó rồi cầu nguyện cho nó đừng có chết, đại khái cái gì đó. Tức là mình cầu nguyện sao cho nó, mình lỡ đạp nó rồi cho nên mình cầu nguyện đừng có chết dưới cái bàn chân tôi, cầu nguyện cho nó sẽ thoát khỏi, liberated. Còn nếu mà nó có nếu mà nó dậm ở dưới nó nằm ở dưới bàn chân mình đó, mà mình dậm nó trên cái bàn chân mình đó, thì mình cầu nguyện cho nó siêu thoát. Đó là một cái hạnh rải tâm từ. Rồi đảnh lễ Đức Bồ Tát. Hồi nãy mình đọc cái bài tiếng Việt đó, Nam mô Bồ Tát, Nam mô Bồ Tát Địa, Nam mô Đức Bồ Tát Địa Bồ Tát. Bài tiếng Việt là Nam mô Bồ Tát siêu lạc địa, mà ở đây là đảnh lễ Đức Bồ Tát trên mặt đất của cái sự hạnh phúc là siêu lạc địa. Theo cái đây là dịch ý thôi, chứ còn cái câu tiếng Việt đó là Nam mô Bồ Tát siêu lạc địa. Thì ở đây, dear Dharma brother and sister here, you see here. Now we understand the Gatha number 3 connects Gatha number 2. So we understand here. Right now, I would like to explain one by one. Here, dear Dharma sister and brother, this Gatha number 3. You see here, when we wake up, wake up, and we get up and we go out of the bed. Other time, right now we think we start stepping on the earth, and we sometimes we inadvertently step on a small insect, for example, and something else. And if we step on a small insect, we think that may it not suffer too much. If we step on a small insect, and we think it is still alive. But some animal, we step on the on a small insect, for example, and the small animal become dead, sleep well. What we do with compassion thinking, we would like to praise this compassion for it. We practice spreading compassion and loving kindness to it. You see here, in this Gatha, remind us to practice compassion, karuna, loving kindness and karuna, metta and karuna, loving kindness and compassion. You see here, when we practice the third Gatha, Gatha number 3, we practice spreading loving kindness and compassion to a small animal. Big animal, okay, but in this case, small animal as insect. We practice compassion and loving kindness to small animal. And if some small animal become sleep well, die, and we would like to express our compassion mind to pray for them, pray for it. You see here, and then we in this gatha remind us to practice compassion, love, and kindness. And if we practice this regularly, compassion always go with our mind, our body, our verbal action, mental action, and bodily action. Somebody step on the small insect. Okay, you die. I let you die. Insect die. I would like to. Somebody think I would like to let it die well. I never know. I don't need when you die. Okay, I never write. I never think about you. Think about it. You see here, no compassion. But in this case, for practitioner, when we step on the earth, some insects under our legs all the time, maybe it's still alive. It is still alive. It is dead. It is death all the time. We would like to pray for them. If you dead, maybe we hope next life, your next life is next life. You will become maybe big animal. You don't live at my family. You can live outside. And in the morning, I wake up, I step on the earth, on the floor. I don't step on your body. Within like that, all the time we pray for them peacefully and happily. In this gatha, the meaning like that. Now I would like to invite Dhamma brother Thanh to say this gatha. When you learn one by one, you have some idea from gatha by gatha, you say, and all the time we learn together. Now I would like to invite you.
One more time, thank you. So this gatha is a little different from the last two. The last two are very overt in their activity. So it's apparent from the first one. That's you're waking up. So it's a mindfulness practice of being aware of waking up, bringing relevance to waking up. Then taking the first steps of the day. It's acknowledging every moment in every step, being mindful of the step and how that brings the Dharmakaya. And this is almost more like a prayer. It's, you know, I wouldn't imagine it's you're stepping out of bed. So it's something that you're doing immediately to kind of set, it's like a prayer that you would say for the rest of the day. So that every step and every action you take throughout the rest of the day, if it causes any inadvertent suffering to any small insect or small life, or we always hear the Buddha talk about giving compassion to beings that are seen and unseen. You know, small little creatures are often unseen. It reminds me of the multitudes of small little bugs that are in the air and on the ground and on us. There's ecosystems in everything on the planet, even our I don't like to think about it, but even our eyebrows have a multitude of small little creatures that eat the skin cells that collect. So every time you wash your face, you know, some of those inadvertently get washed away. So, you know, there's stuff, you know, death is with life, there is death. So anywhere you find life, you inevitably find death. It's part of incarnation. But we can at least make the conscious awareness, the conscious vow to say, you know what, if I somehow unmindfully take a step and kill a small insect, Or even if I am taking a mindful step, I remember just a few days ago, I was practicing walking meditation in the outdoor Buddha hall, and I kept seeing these little, do you know what a roly-poly is, Thai? A roly-poly?
Yes.
Little, they curled the balls. There's all these roly-polies walking around, and I remember taking little mindful steps and making sure not to step on them. But every now and then, I would find one that would just roll on his back and then just kick his legs up. And I'm like, why is he on his back? He can't get up. And I'd push him to the side so that he could get back onto his legs. And then by the time I'd walk back around, he made his way back in front of me. So I think I'm like, it's very difficult, even in mindfulness, to be aware of every little spider, every little ant, every little being that covers every inch of our planet. But at least we can say, you know what? As a mindful being, as a human being, we have the capacity for awakening. And when we use our mindfulness, we use the power of awakening to give a prayer and say, you know what? May you not suffer too much. May you be liberated, and may you enjoy the bliss and happiness of that great land of the Bodhisattva of happiness. So, you know, at least we can give forth that compassion and hopefully create less suffering and liberation for beings, even in death. So it's a wonderful little prayer to get out of bed and say, you know what, my job today is to live as a bodhisattva. Even if I kill something, I'm going to be a bodhisattva, and I'm going to lead that something to liberation. So, Namo Buddhaya. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dhamma brother. Now I would like to invite Dhamma sister. You have some idea to share with the Sangha today?
Dear Master and Brother, thank you for your explanation. It's very clear, but I think this the third one is compassion. And when we learn the Dharma, Buddha Dharma, we have four immeasurables. It means loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity.
Right.
So, yes. So compassion is the second. It means when we see something suffering, someone or some living suffering, we will give some compassion. And compassion is very important in Buddhism. And this one, I think the third Gatha, very familiar with us. Look like we say Namo Amitabha Buddha, or we say Namo Supreme happiness, Pure Land, you know, because the Pure Land is very happy. So when we maybe we just kill the very small insect, but we still vow eat them to come to the Pure Land. So I think suppose we don't try to kill, we just in the happen to kill it. But when we say Namo Amitabha or Namo Happy Buddha's Bodhisattva, homage to the Bodhisattva of the happiness, and the insect, when hearing it, the insect will be happy, and between us and the insect, no happy. Because, yes, and with it means when it dies happily, it means no hatred between us. And because if someone try to kill something or some living being, it means he will create the hatred between himself and itself and the living being. But now, when we don't try to kill anything or any living being, but we still vow to be coming up after that, coming up to the Pure Land. So I think it's very compassion. Yes, Namo Buddhaya. Thank you for your listening.
Cảm ơn sister so much. Vietnamese and English together. Dear Dharma sister, brother, in this Gatha number 3, and we learn here this always emphasize practice love and kindness and compassion, metta and karuna. Big animal will practice compassion is okay, but in this case, very small animal or insect, brother Pháp Thanh chanting metta sutta arathama, one or two words very clear. The sin and the unseen. The sin means the sin animal. The sin on the unseen animal. Another time, some animal without intention. Another time, if they if it become dead, if it die, and we practice compassion. We practice spreading compassion. In the last sentence, you see here, pay homage to the Bodhisattva of the land of great happiness. Other time, some animals, some very small insects will be die, and then we pray for it. We hope insects will be born up, ram up the Pure Land, and ram up beast, ram up beast, ram up. Somebody say the Pure Land of the Buddha, Amitabha Buddha. We can say a ram up beast is enough. A ram up a peacefulness enough. And this Gatha with the number 3 Gatha, I remember when I studied another Gatha in Chinese. I remember one Gatha relates this Gatha, Vietnamese and English. Other time you see here in the bowls, the bowl of water, clear water. The Buddha with the Buddha eyes. The Buddha see in the water had a lot of insects, small insects, but now human eye cannot see. We can use in the Buddha time. The Buddha eye can see in the water have a lot of insects, but human eye cannot see. Science eye can see. They use the science. They can see science eye can see look at the water, can see insect animal, insect. You see here when bring the water, when before we bring the water. And then we should chant one Gatha, recite one Gatha. To remind, we should practice love and kindness and compassion, metta and karuna. If we bring cool water or drinking water. Some animal, some insect, small insect into our belly, and with compassion, and we pray for insect with words reborn up to realm of this. So that Gatha relate to Gatha number 3. When we do something daily, when we do something daily, other time we practice compassion and love and kindness, and we always love and kindness and compassion nurture our bodies without violence. You see, without hatred, without anger. If we have hatred, anger, violence, our time bodily become trouble. Mental action become trouble. Bodily action become trouble, and verbal action become trouble. And that's other time. Gatha number 3 and the Gatha ẩm thủy mean water drinking. Other time when we practice like that, the Gatha remind us always practice love and kindness, always practice karuna, metta and karuna, and then when we practice compassion Gatha, and violence gone, hatred gone, anger gone. If we don't practice compassion, love and kindness, metta and karuna, and violence come, anger come, hatred come. You see, very important for practitioner who vow to practice the Buddha teaching daily. Very important. If we don't practice love and kindness early morning, daily, we don't practice love and kindness and compassion, anger come, hatred come, violence come. So when we understand like this, other time when we have love and kindness and compassion, and then we have right view, we have right understanding, we have wisdom. When we have wisdom, we have right understanding, we have right view, and then we have compassion and love and kindness. It's because this teaching relate another teaching, relate to each other. Never separate. When we understand that, other time we have strong confidence in Dharma learning and Dharma practice. Wonderful Dharma of the Buddha. So the Gatha number 3, is clear for you? Yes, it is make sense, right? It is make sense. It's make sense to you. Okay. Now number 3, number one, Gatha number 1, Gatha number 2, Gatha number 3, we understand. And near future we right now from now until next time we learn. We have general idea. We have a general Dharma, and when some Dharma retreat morning, and other time we have Gatha. We have idea. We have a powder. We have a sugar. We have water. We can make a good case, delicious case for practitioner, for another other practitioner to enjoy. Now we keep learning another Gatha. Gatha number 4. Gatha number 4 in Vietnamese first. Mở cửa nhìn pháp thân, đời màu nhiệm không cùng, lòng dạng lòng tỉnh thức, dòng nước tâm trong ngần. It's Vietnamese. Mở cửa nhìn pháp thân, đời màu nhiệm không cùng, lòng dặn lòng tỉnh thức, dòng nước tâm trong ngần. Now in English, on Gatha number 4, opening the window, opening the window, I look out onto the Dharmakaya. Here, Dharmakaya, this second time for repeating. How wonderful it lies, attentive to its moment. My mind is clear like a calm river. A calm river, you see here. So mở cửa opening the window là mở cửa. I look out tức là nhìn ra cái pháp thân. Dharmakaya nãy mình học rồi đó. How wonderful or wondrous is life. Cuộc đời màu nhiệm làm sao thế? Cái nghĩa là gì? Câu này câu cảm thán, exclamation. Ý thức và mọi cái every moment là mọi sát na, từng sát na. Tâm của tôi rõ như là một cái dòng sông tĩnh lặng. Now here we discuss the Dharma in English. When we open the door, we look out onto the Dharmakaya. And now we see here Dharmakaya. Dharma means the Buddha teaching, Kaya means bodily, the bodies of the Dharma. We can say the Dharma of Dharma learning, Dharma practice. We can say the body of Dharma practice, the body of Dharma learning. So we have one is how wonderful, how wondrous is life. Why we can say how wonderful is life? You see here, because we first we wake up and we still alive. This repeat the Gatha number 1. I still have my eyes still right. I can hear everything clearly around me. My ear can hear everything clearly around me. My nose still breathing in and breathing out. My body feel peaceful, happy, and well. It's five sense organs are still alive. Other time we wake up and we know we are still alive, and now we can look at something very clearly. We can hear everything clearly. Well, we can do something very mindfully. We can think about something wholesome. We say something wholesome. We look at something wholesome. Other time we can say, how wonderful is life. In this case, how wonderful is my life. Attentive to every moment. Here we get every moment we do something mindfully. Every action we can do something mindfully. Wholesome, do something wholesome, do something mindful, do something peaceful, do something happy. All the time we have attentive in this case. Attentive in this case, mindful to its every moment. My mind in this case, my mind is clear like a calm river. In this case, you see here, mind is not clear. Mind is unclear. Other time means my mind is wandering. My mind is like horse running hot, wandering hot, wandering mind. Other time my mind is unclear. It means my mind is like monkey. Body here, but mind not here. Body at Pháp Nhãn temple, but my mind in New York. So my mind is unclear. My mind is wandering. my mind is not contemplative, and it's so if we have mind clear, it means my mind is mindful. My mind is mindful, and then it is like a calm river. You see, uncalm river is means the rough river have a lot of water, but in this case, calm water is like when clear mind is like a calm river. Or we can give another example. The glass, the cup of water. If we carry, we jump or we walk very fast. Other time water something small in the water we cannot see. But the cup of water we put on the place, on the table, maybe 5 minutes, and something very strong. And other time, if clear glass, we can see, we can look at it, we can see some very small can lie down on the bottom of the glass. We can see it. That's why if our minds become clear, and then we have a calm mind. If our mind are on clear, another time our minds are like monkey or horse. That's why in this bara remind us to learn to practice mindful mind or calm mind or clear mind for every moment, for every activity. And this the Gatha number 4, we learn this, and we know how can we practice, how can we practice mindful mind or clear mind or calm mind. And this Gatha, I would like to invite my sister, brother to say something more about it. What do you think about it, brother Pháp Thanh?
So what came to mind with this is, so open the window, I look out into the Dharmakaya. To look at the Dharmakaya means to view or to look with right view. So when our mind is not clear, you had mentioned it's like looking into water that's not still, like a river. Several weeks ago when I visited Oregon, there's a river called the White Salmon River, and it's very rough and choppy. In fact, people like to go white water rafting on it because it's so choppy, you bounce everywhere. But what I noticed is there was these little offshoots of that river where the water kind of went into a much calmer state. And where the water was calm, where it wasn't choppy, where there wasn't a bunch of rocks, you could see right through it, right down into the bottom. You could see all the little plants and little pebbles and little fish in the clear water. Whereas in the choppy water, you can't see it. You have wrong view. When your mind is choppy, like rapid rivers, you cannot see past the water. You don't have right view. You have wrong view. And it makes me think the 12 links of dependent origination. When we see something, we are coming into contact with it. So when we look out the window, our eyes come into contact with what's outside. If our mind is unclear, if we are not aware, we have wrong view of what we're seeing. So what we see is we form, from that we form feelings, sensations, desires, labels, wrong perceptions. But if our mind is clear, what we see is not just grass and birds and the sunrise, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I see that every day. No, what we see is the miracle of grass growing, the miracle of the sound of birds chirping, the miracle of the sunrise. We see past the false perceptions, past the delusion, and we see the true Dharmakaya, the true body of teaching. Illusion fades away, and we see reality as it really is. Because our mind is clear, we have samadhi, which gives rise to wisdom, which gives rise to our ability to look deeply into things, to see them as they really are. And I think this is what this Gatha trains in us, is the ability to see reality, to come into contact with it the way it really is, which is beautiful and wondrous. It says how wondrous life is. This is the key here. So yes, thank you. Come on time.
Cảm ơn brother Pháp Thanh nhiều. Now Dharma sister, now please share something idea.
Dear master and brother, thank you for your explanation, very clear about the calm river. Yes, it's interesting. You say if the river and the water is very calm, and you can see the everything under the water, very clear. And I think Master have a song, a song about the calm water, and so the poem about the calm water is make our mind is very calm, and so we have something very upset, but if our mind look like a calm river, we can we don't afraid, we don't get angry, and we can control ourselves as a calm river. So to be calm, we need to meditate, and we need to know and to look deeply in something first, and we can understand first, and we can be listening. We can we will be very calm and very self-control. We don't make upset, or we don't be in trouble. So I think calm river, this means it's the same, not the same, but it means we need to be controlled, and we need to be mindfulness. Yes. Thank you so much for the listening.
Cảm ơn sister. You see here in this Gatha, I have one or two more ideas. Gatha, this Gatha, I think that when we have strong confidence, confidence in Dharma learning, Dharma practice. Other time we have strong confidence in Dharma learning, in Dharma practice, and then we build our study very strongly, and we open the door. Means open the door means open the window. It means we can go into society, and to with mindfulness, with compassion, with love and kindness, to help people, to serve people, is more idea. You see here, and we have now again, we have strong confidence in Dharma learning, in Dharma practice, and we go into society, open the window, open the door, means to go society with our loving kindness, our compassion, our mindfulness, to volunteer to help more people, to volunteer to help more people. But when we practice, when we volunteer to help more people, all the time the first daily practice, daily meditation practice. When we don't have daily meditation practice, and now all the time mind wandering, the body wandering. So we have daily meditation practice. All the time we have strong energy. We have beautiful energy. We have strong. Yes, we have strong energy. All the time we can go society. We can share everybody with calm mind, with mindful mind, with mindful body. But we go, we open the door, we open the window, we look out, we will look out, look at something with our onto something. But we don't have a mindful meditation practice. All the time we cannot help ourselves. We not only help ourselves, but also the same. Cannot help everybody. Ourselves we cannot help. Another person, another people. We also cannot help. And that's why when we practice, in this case, we should practice daily meditation, and then we have calm mind, we have mindful mind, we have meditation mind, we have meditation body, we have meditation verbal action, mental action, and mental action. All the time we can go society, we can look at someone who needs our help. If we don't have mindful meditation practice, if we don't have loving kindness, if we don't have mindfulness, please don't open the door. Please don't open the window. You see here, very clear. If we have strong confidence in Dharma learning, Dharma practice, we have enough compassion and loving kindness, we can open anytime, anywhere. But we don't have compassion, love and kindness. We don't have mindful meditation practice. Please keep the window closed. And very necessary for us to learn more and more. And when we understand that all time we practice Bodhisattva vows to go anywhere and any place, to volunteer to help everybody with our love and kindness, with our mindfulness, with our daily meditation practice, without anything. Please keep the window closed. Please don't open the window. Right? Clear? It's clear? Now we study one more Gatha. Keep learning one Gatha more. Gatha number 5. Now in Vietnamese first. Vạn nước number 5. Gatha số 5 là nước từ nguồn suối cao, nước từ lòng đất sâu, nước màu nhiệm tuôn chảy, ơn nước luôn tràn đầy. This is Gatha number 5. Turn on number 5. Gatha number 5. Turning on the water. Water come from high mountain sources. water runs deep in the earth. Miraculously, water come to earth and sustain only. My gratitude is filled to the rim. Xin chuyển ngữ ra tiếng Việt. Bằng nước turning on the water. Nước bắt nguồn từ núi cao, là những cái dòng suối cao đó. Sources đây trong trường hợp này là dòng suối ở trên núi cao đó. Nước nó chảy sâu ở trong lòng đất, ở the earth, và màu nhiệm thay hay là thật là màu nhiệm. Nước nó đến với chúng ta và nó duy trì sự sống, tất cả sự sống. Online tức là duy trì sự sống. Cái ơn của chúng ta đó, gratitude, là mà tràn đầy tận đáy lòng, tức là cái ý nói diễn tả cái lòng của chúng ta là luôn luôn lúc nào cũng mang ơn hết. Now, dear Dharma system brother, here we study the Gatha number 5, water. Water come from high mountain sources. Sources in this case is like springs. Water run deep in the earth. Sources, water run deep in the earth. Miraculously, water come to us and sustain online. My gratitude is filled to the rim. In this case, we would like, when we rain the water, we would like to express deep gratitude to water, like this. Now, in this Gatha, we learn this Gatha. We remember when we rain water. This Gatha, Gatha number 5, remind us to remember what we rain, what we eat, what we do, and we should remember first, if the human being, we remember the person who make food for us, the person who make rain for us, and if a living thing, and when we rain water, we would like to express deep gratitude to highest mountain sources, mountain spring. Another time, we in this case, this Gatha remind us to protest or to keep a good environment. You see, remind us to practice keeping green environment. So if we rain the water, we don't know the water come where, we don't know where the water come from. All the time, maybe we didn't have gratitude. If living thing, when we rain water, and we know water come from highest mountain sources. This Gatha remind us to practice keeping clear and clean environment. You see, and if a human being, when we rain food, when we eat food, we rain water, we eat food, and a living being, and we should know which food come from, which who make this food for us. And when we understand that, all the time our gratitude is filled with the brim in Vietnamese, tận đáy lòng. Cái ơn của mình tràn đầy, tức là our gratitude is full. In this case like that. So you see here in this Gatha, we not only express deep gratitude to human being in this case, but also we express deep gratitude to water, to material, to environment, etc. And when we learn this Gatha, we should rotate, clear environment, ring environment. Other time we understand a lot. When we understand a lot, and we are graceful person to stress our different to live in thin and live in being. When we understand that, and now maybe environment would like to thank you us. Human being around us would like to thank you us so much. We are graceful person. Now in this Gatha, when you learn this, what do you think about it? I would like to invite brother Papan and sister to share this more idea. Now brother Papan first.
So, one thing that really comes to my mind on this one, basically what he's saying here is how connected. So the water that comes out of our taps. So we turn that on. It's not magic. That water doesn't. The sink doesn't produce the water. The water has to come from somewhere. So by acknowledging the source of the element, we acknowledge the interconnected nature of the element. And I think about with water, without water, there's no life. So where there's water, there is life. Not everything breathes air. Like the fishes, they extract the oxygen out of the water. But everything needs water. So it can help us in seeing the interconnectivity of all life. That when you turn on the water, what you're turning on is one of the physical sources, physical elements necessary for life. And it brings you back to how precious life is, what a miracle life is. It's gratitude. It's acknowledgement and having gratitude for everything that supports us, everything that makes us alive, the air we breathe, the light that comes from the sun, the water that's around us. All these things support our being. Without them, like when the Buddha was talking about the interconnectiveness of everything, how nothing is essentially dependent of itself. He says like a clay pot. He says if you take away the water from the clay, you don't have that. If you take away the dirt, you don't have the clay. If you take away the potter, the person that makes it, you can't have that thing. Water is one of the things that without us, we wouldn't exist. So it reminds us that everything takes a long journey through life, and we're connected to that. It's the circle of life. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. Thank you. Come one time.
Yes. Thank you. Cảm ơn brother Pháp Thanh. Now, Dharma sister, please. You have some idea to say more.
Namo Buddhaya, dear master and brother. In this Gatha, I just remember we always in the meal, in the lunch or dinner, we always think about the five gratitude, and if we eat rice, we need to know where the rice comes from. So in this Gatha, when we drink the water, then we need to know water, where water from. So it comes from the high mountain sources. So we need to have a gratitude to the water too. So in Buddhism, we got four gratitude. First, gratitude to parents. Second, gratitude to the teacher. And in monastic life, we need to gratitude to the master. And in school, you need to gratitude to the school teacher, and you need to gratitude the environment, the country, and all living beings. So I think that's why this makes us need to think everybody, every living being, and every environment. So we always gratitude to everything on the earth. Thank you so much for your listening.
Dear Dharma sister, brother, both of you make the Dharma clear more and more clearly. In this Gatha number 5, sister just mentioned about gratitude. Gratitude in the Buddhism, in the Buddhist study, we have different kinds of gratitude. I would like to follow sister words sharing, Dharma sharing. Gratitude first, gratitude parent first, because the parent gave us birth, teaching, and nurture. First, gratitude. This Gatha reminds us to remember gratitude. First, in the Buddhist study, gratitude to our parents for their birth, teaching, and nurture, and education also. And second, we would like to express gratitude to triple jump in Buddhist study. Triple jump, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Now the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, maybe you understand more and more. You see here, triple jump are the three jewels, and the second three jewels. You see here, in the Buddhist study, parent first, triple jump second, because without parent, without birth of the parent, mommy or daddy, and our time we don't have this physical body. So in this Buddhist study, we should remember parent gratitude. So see here, when we study, when we learn the Buddha teaching, and we would like to tense Buddhism more and more, Buddhist study more and more. Only Buddhist study teaches us to remember parent gratitude first. Another religious teaching teaches us religious founder first. You see, so different. You see here, if we study, if we compare religious teaching and religious founder teaches us, and should extract gratitude religious leader first, founder first. But in Buddhist study, the Buddha never teaches us, never taught like that. Parent gratitude first. When we understand that, we would like to thank Buddhist study. Very deep meaning. So without parent gratitude, we don't have physical body. Now, so different. When we learn like that, our time we understand the Buddha teaching more and more. And second, the triple jewel gratitude. Why we have the triple jump? Because with the Buddha, we understand the parent teaching more and more. Because the Buddha say, when we were born without Buddha, and you skillfully nurture, respect mom mommy or daddy, and then parent in your home. Parent, mother and father in Buddha in your home. Buddha in your home. When you skillfully follow the right way with your parent, all the time the Buddha at your home, in your home. So wonderful. With the Buddha teaching, we understand parent more and more. You see here. But another religious teaching say, when you follow me, follow my religion, parent may be number 10. Now you should respect religious founder, religious leader first. Parent may be number 10, number 100. But in the Buddha teaching, no. The Buddha never taught like that. The Buddha say, when you follow Buddhism, follow the Buddha, you should respect parent, because with parent, without parent, and without physical body. And when we understand that, we follow Buddhism, we follow the Buddha teaching, but we always respect mommy and daddy, because they gave us birth, teaching, even education. Yes, family education very strong. This is a long topic. Maybe in the near future we say this topic more and more. So second, we would like to express deep gratitude to triple jump. Triple jump gratitude is second gratitude. And how about number 3 gratitude? Gratitude number 3. Secular teacher as well as Dharma teacher. When we finish, when at home we receive family education. When we go to school, we receive school education. And secular education, we would like to express deep gratitude to secular teacher. But how about Dharma center, meditation center, Buddhist center? All the time we have Dharma knowledge today. We have wisdom, we have morality, we have meditation. We would like to express deep gratitude to Dharma master, Dharma teacher. Without Dharma master, without Dharma teacher teaching, maybe we don't have a Dharma body. You see here, very clear. That's why number 3, the third gratitude, we would like to express deep gratitude to not only secular teacher, but also we can say secular teacher as well as Dharma teacher. So you for you step by step. And number 4, we in secular Dharma teacher, we can say Bodhisattva, or we can say Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva means the teacher. See, the monist, we can say monist people who have duty to bring the Buddha teaching in the Buddha time until now. So we would like to express deep gratitude to Dharma teacher, Dharma teacher. Dharma teacher means Bodhisattva. And then number 4, we would like to express deep gratitude to teacher Bodhisattva. Number 4. And how about number 5? Number 5, we would like to express deep gratitude to student or disciple. You see here, the Buddha without student, Buddhism maybe cannot transmit from the Buddha time until now. So, in the Buddhist teaching, Buddhist study, where not only to tense teacher, but also to 10 students, to 10 disciples. So student and teacher relate each other very strongly, very closely. So in this case, number 5, we would like to express deep gratitude to student or to disciple of the Buddha. Without student, without disciple, maybe nobody inherited the Dharma of the Buddha. You see, and that's why we would like to thank disciple or student of the Buddha more and more. Not only thanks teacher, but also thanks student the same. So we can say student and teacher relationship very closely. And number 5. How about number 4? Number 4, we would like to express deep. Oh, sorry. Number 6, we would like to express deep gratitude to donor and to giver and to supporter. You see, daily, weekly, monthly. We don't have job, we don't earn money, but we spend a lot of time learning the Dharma, practicing the Dharma, and applying the Buddha teaching in our daily life. All the time, I ever said in the Buddha head, the Buddha hello have economy. And we are students of the Buddha. When we practice the Buddha teaching, we choose the right way, the right person, the right place. We learn more and more, and then we don't worry about food. We don't worry about ring. If we practice the Dharma of the Buddha daily, quickly, and monthly, and supporter, donor, and giver come. Not only human, but also God, Dharma-guardian, come to a temple, support indirectly and directly to the temple, to the Sangha, to the my sister and brother. And number 6, right? And how about number 7? Number 7, in this case, we would like to express deep gratitude to the country where we were born, where we grow up, where we live in. You see, and we now for me, I was born in Vietnam. Right now, I always express deep gratitude to Vietnam, where I was born. Now, one more time, I would like to express deep gratitude to USA, where I grow up, where I live in, and 2 countries, and somewhere else, in India, Australia, etc., Japan, etc., somewhere else, where we travel, where we go somewhere, and we on way to express deep gratitude to somewhere, to some country, where we were born, where we grow up, where we travel. We would like to 10 on country, where we live, where we were born, where we travel. You see, it's number 7. And number 8. Number 8, we would like to express deep gratitude to the political leader. You see here, we can say father country or mother country, the country where the hero built, where the hero to protest, where the hero to God, and that time the country become the country become peaceful. We would like to thank the national hero. You see, without the national hero, the country become fighting. You see, at that time we don't have peace to live at the temple. We don't have peace to live in the Dharma center. We don't have be to learn the Dharma. That's why with this, with national hero, we would like to stress deep gratitude to national hero. We would like to stress deep gratitude to father country or mother country. At number 8, right? And number 9. Number 9, we would like to express deep gratitude to living thing and living being. Environment, living thing means environment. Environment, climate, clean climate, clear climate, and we would like to express deep gratitude to living thing, including clean, clear climate, clean environment. If environment we cut we burn the forest, we cut the forest, etc. Other time maybe we don't have a clean environment. We don't have oxygen. We have pollution. We have pollution. Other time dirty environment. We cannot. We don't have fresh air to breathe in and breathe out. So living thing, we would like to express deep gratitude to things, to living thing. How about living being? Living being in this case, we would like to express deep gratitude to worker, to manager, the director, the teacher, to etc. Everyone, everything we would like to take on. Number 9, we will number 9 means general idea. A living thing and living being. You see here, this general idea. This is a full meaning. This we can say anywhere and anybody, any place. So in this Gatha number 5, you have many gratitude, many different kind of gratitude for you to write one Gatha, one writing, one Dhamma article. I hope when you have free time, please use this Gatha to describe more detail. You see here, gratitude. We have a number 9, and I hope when you have free time, you spend your robot time writing one Dhamma article. So when we study this Gatha, we would like to thank all living things and living beings on earth. Because everything, all living things and living beings support earth, support our life, support not only earth, but also everybody around us and near and far. And when we understand that other time, we have deep gratitude. So when we study the Buddha teaching, not only compassion, love and kindness, mindfulness, but also gratitude. So when you learn this Gatha, you have many different kinds of gratitude. It's wonderful teaching, and I hope near future somebody would like invite you, dear brother Thanh or dear sister Hạnh. Now please, how many kind? Can you teach us different gratitude in Buddhist study? Oh, I have strong enough. I have strong Dharma in gratitude enough. I would like to share you now. Other time you have powder, you have sugar, you have water to share to make good or delicious cake for them. So few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, when after I'm sharing gratitude, different kinds of gratitude, what do you think about different kind of gratitude? I would like to invite brother Thanh. When you hear one by one, time, what do you think about it?
Very inspiring one more time. a lot of gratitudes. You expanded quite a lot on that. So, but yeah, it's the same. I could see the same sentiment of seeing where the water comes from and having gratitude for everything that supports us. So, you know, we understand that we don't live alone. You know, we're taught how to live alone by the Buddha, but our existence isn't just dependent on ourselves. We are supported by a multitude of people, of forces, of living things, of living beings, of elements that all come together to support us. And as monastics, we rely on even more of that support. You know, we don't have jobs. Our job is to cultivate the Dharma so that we can effectively teach others about the Dharma. You know, we cultivate practice so we can teach other people how to practice. I mean, that's our job, and that requires us to acknowledge and have gratitude towards the multitude of people and donors and things that support us and allow us to do this. And that takes gratitude. Without gratitude, you won't have support. People will say, well, you know, those monks don't appreciate the food that I bring them. So it's our responsibility to constantly show our loving kindness and support and gratitude towards everybody. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, cảm ơn brother Pháp Thanh. How about idea come from sister?
Namo Buddhaya, dear master and brother Pháp Thanh. I think when I was young, I always gratitude my parents first because they give me many things. Let me to go to school. Let me bring them many food, many clothes, and everything I want. They can give it. But when I grow up, and I understand that our teachers in the school, if they teach us something good, then we need to gratitude them. And when I am to be a nun, I just think in the monastic life, and the Buddha teach us. Parents give us the body, the physical body, and this means we need to gratitude to the parents first. And when I went to the Cali, and I make a song for my mom, and they say, oh, and I introduce because my mom gave me the body so I can cultivate. If I don't have this body, how can I cultivate in the Buddha Dharma? So the song about my mom first, and I got the prize. they give me the prize because the temple say it's a good song because it's from I did it myself. So they say okay, and about my mother. So I think I always love my mother because she is giving my body, giving my everything, and now she still supports me in the monastic life. So thank you so much. I would like to say thank you, my mom, my master, and now my brother, because we live together. We need to, it's me, we need to relate it together with a strong family. Thank you so much.
Cảm ơn sister. So we have right now we have gratitude each other. First gratitude Dharma brother and sister. Now with gratitude, the nearest thing for brother Pháp Thanh, we would like to express this gratitude to Vietnamese tailor in Vietnam who make timber rope for you to send here as soon as possible. We would like to thank Sister Taylor named Mỹ Lệ, who live in Thanh, Khánh Hòa province, Vietnam. Now we would like to thank that sister so much, and who volunteered to make a temple rope for brother Pháp Thanh. Now we are happy. So Sister Hạnh Minh just mentioned about mother gratitude. I remember, so I had one song in English. Now I would like, I think I sing this song, you know. I love mommy, I love mommy. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. My mommy is teacher. My mommy is teacher. Teaching me to be free. Teaching me to be free. Very fast. Just few minutes, few seconds, but I have one song. I love mommy. Near future, mommy, we can replay Buddha. And now the time is over. Today we study some Gatha, but one Gatha remind us to learn to practice love and kindness and compassion and mindfulness. And the last one, gratitude, daily, weekly, monthly. The person who, the people who don't have gratitude, their life become trouble and trouble. That's why we are good practitioner, we are monastic practitioner, we are Ubasika, lay people, and we have gratitude to thank all living things and living beings. If we practice like this regularly, anytime and anywhere, our life become peaceful, happy, more and more happy. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Right now, I would like to invite my sister and brother to share the merit together. Nguyện đem công đức này hướng về khắp tất cả đệ tử và chúng sinh đều trọn thành Phật đạo. Sharing the merits, may the merits of cultivation today be directed toward all living things and living beings. We and human beings on earth be well, happy and peaceful. May the Buddha and Bodhisattva bless and protect on any time and anywhere. Sadhu, lành thay, well done and excellent. Thank you so much for your joining and learning the Buddha teaching and practice the Buddha teaching very clearly and daily. Well, right now before we stop here, I would like to invite my sister and brother to learn the Dharma meditation. Okay, bye bye, have a good night, my sister and brother Pháp Thanh to come here to say bye bye with my sister brother here. Now I would like to introduce brother Pháp Thanh, who live with the Sangha at Pháp Nhãn temple very closely. This is a real person. The person in the flesh and porn, not thinking person. This is real. Nam mô Phật.
Nam mô Phật.
Cảm ơn sư phụ.
Cảm ơn sư phụ.
Sư phụ no sư phụ. Sư phụ cảm ơn thầy.
Cảm ơn thầy.
Yes, it's better. Somebody say sư phụ mình seafood. Cảm ơn sư phụ.
Cảm ơn sư phụ.
Yes, and have good night.
Good night.
Yes. Cảm ơn ha. Thôi bây giờ mình ngừng. Nam mô Phật.
Nam mô Phật.
Nam mô Pháp.
Nam mô Pháp.
Nam mô Tăng.
Nam mô Tăng.
Nam mô Buddhaya.
Nam mô Buddhaya.
Nam mô Dhammaya.
Nam mô Dhammaya.
Nam mô Sanghaya.
Nam mô Sanghaya.
Yes.